you like being the new kid?
I was not intimidated by being the new kid.
Oh, wow.
I was not. I was shy to a degree, but that was mostly like just figuring out what the rules were. But once I got in, I had no problem. Now that's very different from the other members of my family. I have an older brother and I have an older sister. They were not. They did not treat it the same way I did.
Mm-hmm.
I just was not intimidated by the process. I
Mm-hmm.
thought it was kind of like an advantage. So by the time we had moved around so much that by the time I was 10, my dad had been married 3 times,
Yes.
my mom had been married 3 times, I'd lived in 10 different houses, I'd had different sets of step siblings. It was itinerant and it was fun. It was
fun. You use the word fun.
Oh yeah, I would say it was fun. There was there was just an awful lot of laughs. There was one period of time when my dad was not married. He was working in the restaurant business. We were living in an apartment in the middle of what I think at the time was an apartment complex the size of Ghana, Africa. I mean, it just stretched to the horizon. And there were just millions of people in these 3-story buildings and 1- and 2-bedroom apartments. And Dad was gone most of the day, and so it was me and my brother and my sister. And we laughed ourselves constantly. Now, the house was a mess. I mean,
Wow.
it was a fabulous pigsty. But oh my God, the fun that we had, because we did not get in trouble. We were not bad. We were not abused. We were not at risk. I had great role model in both my parents, in that there was never any question that my mom had love and affection for me.
you, okay.
Everything else got in the way, the
Yeah.
distance and the time away and not
Yeah.
really being raised by her. And my dad, I was able to peg him pretty quick as a guy that did not have the same personality as me, which meant that sometimes he just stood back and smiled as opposed to getting invited. I didn't play ball with my dad or anything like that. But there was just no doubt that
You were loved.
yeah, that they liked me. And you know, it's easy to like your kids.